Continuing on with Remembrance of the Cousin. My cousin had I remember he had these action figures. I don't remember him having too many action figures. The only ones I remember my cousin having was I think he had like a Voltron guy and he had some Transformers. Um oh, yeah, he had some He-Man action figures. I forgot about that. But these were wrestling action figures. With at the time, I thought that was kind of neat because I had never seen any wrestling action figures. I didn't know they made them. He had a bunch of them. I think he might have said his dad got them for him, or at least one of them. I remember he had Ric Flair, who was quite the quite the quite the communicator on the microphone. So he's kind of fun to watch. Fun bad guy wrestler. He had some other ones, but I don't remember what they were. I just remember Ric Flair. There was this other time when me and my cousin and his mother were at this gas station. We were parked at a gas station. I still remember where the gas station, which gas station it was, and where we were parked. At the time, because I wasn't familiar with the area, because I lived on the other end of town. That might have been when I moved to Wisconsin, though. So this was in Minnesota. But I wasn't familiar with this end of town because I hadn't lived on this end of town. So for me, it was like an unfamiliar area of town. But kind of a gross memory here for me since I'm vegan, but I wasn't at the time. I never even knew of that being as an option. So eating chicken nuggets was just normal to me back then. I wasn't aware of the disgusting things that are put in chicken nuggets. So I was eating. I was having a McDonald's Happy Meal with chicken nuggets. I don't remember what I was dipping it in. I remember the sweet and sour. Hmm. Maybe tried honey too. I remember sweet and sour specifically. But I had a few of those Happy Meals when I was younger. I know what it is with those Happy Meals, but they sure are appealing to kids. Because I remember when I was a kid, I really liked the Happy Meals, like just the way it came in a box, and I always liked that it came with a toy. Oh yeah, either came with chicken nuggets or I guess a cheeseburger or hamburger, which is also gross. Uh, so I was in this. I think I was even like I wasn't even hungry, and I think my aunt was annoyed with me because I couldn't finish the chicken nuggets. So I think she was annoyed with me because I wasn't gonna finish the Happy Meal because she paid for it. She was like, "Finish it," so, and I think I was like, oh, "I'm not hungry anymore." I just remember um, at this time we were in the car, and I remember my cousin talking about what he liked to be called, or what he didn't like to be called when it came to interaction with girls. My cousin said he didn't like girls to call him. I think I have this right. He didn't like girls to call him cute, and he preferred handsome. There might have been another example of what he'd like to be called, but I think he said he didn't like to be called cute. Don't call me cute. You can call me handsome, but don't call me cute. Not sure what the reasoning was, but I thought that was interesting. Like, is like, because cute is like, is that because that's, he was thinking maybe because that's like that's what you call like a puppy dog, and he didn't want to be thought of as a puppy dog. I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't want to be called cute. Like it was like too immature of a compliment. Well, that's the last on this list. I wouldn't mind being called cute. I don't really get complimented ever, unfortunately. So this next thing is the major significant event in my past when dealing with my cousin. Like the whole point of the whole why I was going to do these videos. So that might take a while to explain. So I should save that for the beginning of the next video. So this next thing on here, I don't remember when it was with a chronology, where he was living or where I was living. So I might have been, hmm, I don't remember if we were on bikes or if we were walking. But I remember the exact spot of where we were at by this gas station, kind of kind of nearer to the east end of town. So I lived on the east end of town, and this was a little farther toward the west, but still on the east end. And I remember my cousin saying something to me where okay, so he said something like, I never, he was referring to me. He was telling me that I never uh, go farther uh, down. I think he said downtown. It was either downtown or uptown. Like saying I was, it kind of seemed like kind of like a pity, like he felt bad for me, like that I didn't travel enough in the town. Just the tone of his voice gave me that impression that like he felt like pity for me, like, oh, you never go downtown, do you? Felt like he felt bad for me. So I think it was the same day. I think where we went kind of like downtown, or was it uptown? I don't know why we went there. Why were we like I have these memories of my cousin where we're just kind of like we were going these places, but I don't remember why we were going these places, what we were really doing. Like, because I guess we were just like just exploring. So I think this was the same day where he had said that, where he had this pity for me, where I didn't travel enough in my town. Uh, so at this point, so we went in my hometown. We have there's a few lakes, but we have these two really big lakes in my hometown, and we went either on bikes or walking. We went over by these lakes, which I feel is kind of scary at night. The over by the lakes, like for I think it's scary, like being out in nature when it's dark at night. It's kind of scary. So yeah, by these lakes, it's not. There might be some street lights, but like it just seems really dark over by the lakes at night. Um, there's this there's this lodge building. I'm not sure what they do in this lodge building over by the lakes. Uh, but my cousin, he was either trying to scare me or he actually like maybe someone else was trying to scare him. But he told me that over by this lodge. So he told me this when we were like it was dark out, so kind of a scary thing to talk about here. He said my cousin was pointing over. He said over by the lodge over there. Uh, I think this is how he said that's where devils go to worship Satan. So I'm sure I was thinking he's trying to scare me, and I was trying to debunk it. I was saying, isn't aren't isn't aren't devils and the Satan the same? Aren't devils and Satan the same person? Like I guess I was thinking of the devil and Satan as the same creature. So he was just like he was annoyed. I think he was annoyed with me for not being scared of what he said. But kind of a scary thought. Like that's where like there's some Satan worshiping going on over by the lodge in town by the lakes. That's kind of scary to think about. Maybe he was influenced by a scary movie that he saw because he really likes scary movies. And then, if I could quickly say this because the video is already really long, the only other memory I have is like after he was trying to scare me with the Satan worshippers. I remember then later we went to another gas station, like farther toward the west of the town. I guess it was downtown or uptown. Weird expressions. Maybe it was uptown. So I think downtown's the other way. So we were at this other gas station farther west, and I just remember I don't know why we went to this gas station, but I remember my cousin got um, he either got it just for himself or he got it. Maybe he was going to get one and then he got me one too, or maybe he just let me pick something out. But I just remember there were these Snicker bars. I really liked Snickers when I was younger. I don't eat them anymore. They got some kind of animal product in them. But I remember liking, this is the first time I saw these peanut butter Snickers. Peanut butter, oof, that is a tasty thing. Very fatty though, high in protein. But I remember really liking these peanut butter Snicker bar, this peanut butter Snicker bar. So that was the first time I saw those there. I think they still have them. Okay, the video is long enough.